Hello everyone and welcome back to Desti Tunes. It's Destiny here. Excuse this, y'all. I don't have a mic. I'm trying my best, okay? You're probably thinking, girl, you have bigger fish to fry. Why are we on here ranting about the Amazing Digital Circus? So I usually post on Wednesdays. I'm not supposed to be posting on Monday, but I wanted to talk about this while the topic is still fresh. And I won't be posting on Wednesday. I will be posting on Saturday as usual. We have to talk about this glitch situation that's going on. They decided to do a theatrical release of the last episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, and there is a huge portion of the fan base that is going crazy. All of this is revealing the fact that a majority of the Amazing Digital fan base is actually the worst. Like, I hate saying it and it sounds really mean, but some of you guys are you're doing far too much over something that does not require that much. If you love animation, if you love indie animation, and if you want to support the change of the very repetitive animation industry that is like we have nowadays, this should be celebratory. You should be celebrating. We should be happy. But no, instead there is a portion of this fan base that is attacking Glitch. Like, they are the villain of this situation when all they did was put their project out in the theater, push for their project to be put in theaters, and to have it be done. Like, this is yippee, wow, yay. You know, if you're not caught up in this storyline, Glitch posted a few days ago that they were going to be releasing the last episode of the Amazing Digital Circus along with the prior episode in the theaters, that you could watch it in theaters. And when I saw this, oh my goodness, like, I was just scrolling through Instagram like stories and I saw it and I was like, whoa, is this real? I went back and I saw, like, okay, yeah, this is real. Told my boyfriend about it. We scooped up tickets immediately, not because we love the Amazing Digital Circus, like that's kind of part of it, but mostly because myself, I was like, there's no way that we are not going to support this series getting put in theaters. Like, this is massive. I still talk about it today, how happy I am that Flow, that indie animation about the little black cat and all the little animal friends, won a freaking Oscar for Best Animated Picture. Like, y'all, that would not have happened if people were not supporting indie animation. We get to this point, Glitch gets to this point, and instead of having their fan base backing them in support, they're literally saying that they're going to boycott Glitch. They're going to boycott the Amazing Digital Circus. The series is already about over. What are y'all boycotting? And why is, like, the answer to everything that you don't like in this life to boycott it? Instead of, I don't know, trying to like actually come to an understandable conclusion about this entire situation that doesn't require you to throw a hissy fit. Like, I fully understand the frustration behind not being able to see this in the theater and having to run into potential spoilers. Like, I completely understand. I get it. I am a One Piece fan. Like, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Trying to avoid spoilers about one of the biggest things happening in like the online world right now is going to be very hard. It's not going to kill you to just try your best to avoid the spoilers, and being like exposed to spoilers is not a big enough reason to attack this company that is trying their best to put out content that is actually good quality and to just please their fans. Do you think that they would be putting this in the movie theaters just like for no reason? Like, there's going to be people who love this decision. I love this decision. There have been so many people online saying that, oh, this was a sellout move. This was showing us that they don't really care about their fans and their viewing experience, yada, 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 yada. My thing is that every fan who is going to see this in the theater is going to love this experience. Maybe if people are acting a little crazy in the theaters, maybe not. But for me, I know that watching this on the big screen is going to be hella enjoyable. So what do you mean they don't care about their fans' viewing experience? Because my experience is going to be great. Like, what? The hate revolving the situation got so bad that Glitch had to literally put out a statement trying to reassure and coddle the fans that were literally going crazy overboard, throwing hissy fits because of this information being put out into the world, about this announcement, about this situation that should have been joyous, turned very unenjoyable by a lot of fans that were really upset, and turned this into a my situation instead of like looking at the big picture and all of this. Like I said, if you love indie animation, this is a freaking win for indie animation. Glitch has been putting out some really amazing series, and I really shouldn't say Glitch itself, because Glitch is not an entity. People keep talking about Glitch like Glitch is a person, like Glitch is a thing, a living being. Like, whenever you are saying that they shouldn't have put this episode in theaters, and that putting it in a movie theater was selling out, you're basically insinuating that indie animation should not go beyond a certain point. That, oh, it only belongs on the internet. Huh? Like, once you start expanding past the confines of YouTube, you become a sellout? Like, no, the goal is to keep going up and up and up. Like, people fail to realize that you can still be an indie company and still go up, you know? Like, you can still keep bumping and bumping and bumping and bumping and bumping. Now, if they were just like, oh, in partnership with Disney or in partnership with Warner Brothers, like, that would be different, but they're not doing that. So I don't understand, like, what are we on about? People seem to forget that we are talking about people's dreams and hard work here. Again, Glitch is not an entity. This is a collaboration. This is hard work. These are people's just like sleepless nights. These are people's dreams, their creativity, their skill, all of this stuff being mixed together into one big thing, and that creates a Glitch. Y'all are just like basically shitting on people's dreams right now, saying that, oh, y'all shouldn't have put this in the theater. Like, can you imagine the people who worked on this series, who dreamed about having their art somewhere bigger than just the internet, having to read these comments from people saying that y'all putting y'all's artwork in theaters makes y'all a sellout. Y'all don't care about y'all's fans. Like, I am mutuals on TikTok with one of the animators for the Amazing Digital Circus, and whenever I saw this news, one of the first things I thought about was him. I have been following him since before the Amazing Digital Circus was a thing, and to think that he has gone from where he was to where he is now working on one of the biggest animated productions that there is right now is amazing. And I can't even begin to imagine what these people are thinking, seeing all the negativity coming from the fan base, thinking that, and they probably thought like, oh wow, everyone's gonna be ecstatic about this, like, this is huge, this is a win for all of us. Yet they're having to like literally pick up the pieces and wipe the tears off of the fans that are crying because they can't stay off of TikTok for 2 weeks. I don't mean to rant. I do mean to rant because this is frustrating. All of this is frustrating. Like, you can't say that you are a fan of Glitch and you're angry about this. You can be angry about the spoilers. That has nothing to do with Glitch though. That's just people. That's just us as a society not being able to just keep your mouth zipped for a little bit. That doesn't have anything to do with Glitch. You shouldn't be mad at Glitch for that. Be mad at humanity for that. People don't know how to shut up. I have been in the comment section on many videos, y'all. If y'all see me on there, don't say anything because I'm in there. I'm going ham. Literally, if anybody is riding for Glitch right now, it's me. I'm in there because there's no way I'm going to let people villainize all of the people working so hard on this project. Oh my gosh. Like, if I wasn't gonna be able to see this in theaters, I would be okay. Guess what? I would just look at my phone because the theater that we were gonna go to was completely sold out. Completely sold out here in Florida, at a big city in Florida. The AMC that we regularly attend was completely sold out. That is huge. Luckily, we were able to find another theater, but if we weren't able to, I would have literally just said, wow, that's crazy that they were able to sell out all of those things. I would have just either kept scrolling. No, actually I was getting ready. So I would put my phone down, continue to get ready, and go about my day. I guess we're not the same. I just wanted to talk about this because I feel like it is important that Glitch knows that there are people out there that don't think that this is a bad decision. I want Glitch to know that there are fans out there that are riding for them, that have their back, that are going to defend them. Yes, because this is insane. Like, the takes that I've been seeing online are wild. A lot of them are from people that just seem to love drama, and thus they have negative feelings about everything because it gets them views, because they love drama. A lot of the other opinions seem to come from people that are little people, you know, youngsters who probably don't really know any better. And I just need for Glitch to know that this wasn't in vain. I don't want this situation to deter other animators from wanting their creation to get higher than the internet, to move above streaming sites. Like, we should be aiming higher. We should be wanting the content and the creators that we love to be aiming for the stars. We should not be the ones who tell them to stay on the ground. And that's what some of y'all are doing. Like, honestly, that's what the energy that y'all are putting out into the world, that's what it's giving. It's giving no. Because I'm here, you stay here. The tweet that they made, that Glitch made a couple years ago, talking about like, we promise that we're going to be releasing the episodes on YouTube first, is resurfacing. I just want to say, I know that half of y'all didn't even remember that tweet or didn't even know about that tweet until they started resurfacing that thing on the internet like yesterday. It does not matter. They could promise me that they were gonna give me $1 million. They could have promised me anything. I don't care. Promises are meant to be broken. Like, back then when they made that tweet, I'm pretty sure that was just in regards to Netflix. They were not expecting that they were going to be able to get this thing in the theaters. If they knew that, why on earth would they say that? Like, come on, y'all. Y'all have to, like, we gotta use our brains. We gotta think a little bit, you know? I forgot I have potatoes cooking. I'll be right back. Okay, my potatoes are okay. But I don't want this video to be too long. I know I was really ranting, and that's because y'all are frustrating. Like, oh my god, y'all are so frustrating. If anyone from Glitch happens to see this, I highly doubt they will, or any other fans out there that have been trying to like ride for Glitch, just know that there are more of us out there. I know that the hate just seems to be drowning out the positivity, but just know there are people out there that love Glitch, that are going to keep riding for Glitch, that love the Amazing Digital Circus, and are going to continue to support this project even after it ends. Like, indie animation is alive and well. The Amazing Digital Circus is actually the #1 movie trailer on YouTube right now, right underneath the Backrooms, which is another indie project. So it's like, bro, this is a win for just like indie everything. Keep supporting Glitch. Keep supporting the Amazing Digital Circus. Keep supporting Gooseworks. Keep supporting everyone who has involvement in this project, because their hard work deserves to be rewarded. You know, this is far beyond them getting money. We're talking about they're going to be credited for this. They're going to be able to watch their art on the big screen. Like, come on. All y'all guys think about is money, 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 money. But it's like, if you are an artist, you being able to see your artwork out in the world, oh my gosh. But with all that being said, because I'm not gonna do too much, but with all that being said, I'm gonna go watch it in the theaters. You know, I'm gonna be happy to do so. I'm happy to support indie animation. I'm happy to support Glitch, the Amazing Digital Circus. Everyone who worked on this, who is working on this, who has supported this, like, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna do my part in supporting indie animation. So I'm not gonna be posting a video immediately after, because there is gonna be 2 weeks that before the episode drops on YouTube and Netflix. So I will not be making a video about it until everybody can see it. Even though there is gonna be a lot of people who see it in theaters, and I could make a video. I'm not going to because like icky goo goo, but I'm gonna go see it. I'm happy. You'll be able to see more about that on my vlog channel. It'll be linked in the description. I hope that everyone that goes and sees it in theaters is kind, polite, and respectable. Don't make this fan base look worse than what it's looking right now, please. Like, we need to show people that these movies deserve to be in theaters and that their fan bases aren't going to be a poor reflection of the people that consume this sort of content, and they're like, oh no, we're not putting another one of these in the theater. Be polite, be kind, be respectful, you know, theater etiquette and all those things. Wear deodorant. I've been hearing that some of y'all stink. I don't know anything about this fan base outside of just like the internet, because I don't know, some of y'all are kids and y'all know I don't do all that hanging out with kids and all that stuff. But put on deodorant, please, and don't be doing all that yelling and screaming and hollering in the damn theater. The singing, we're not doing it. Maybe hum or something like that, but there's gonna be a lot of y'all in there. If we're all singing and everyone's at a different, no, I'll see. But I hope that everyone genuinely does have fun. I hope that by time we make it to the release date in the theaters, that all of this discourse is wrapped up. I'm hoping that we can wrap this up within this week, because it's actually insane. Like, we don't need to keep talking about it. They did what they did. We already paid our money, and I'm gonna go see this movie. And if y'all somehow ruin that and I don't get to go see this movie in the theater or this episode in the theater, you're gonna get a knuckle sandwich. But anyway, I will see you guys on Saturday. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel, something like that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.